So, what is this issue? The issue began when the government decided to abolish the 3% commission currently given to fuel distributors and implement a new payment formula starting today. The National Audit Office and the judiciary have both confirmed that the additional 3% commission previously received by fuel distributors was illegal. The commission, amounting to over 35 billion rupees annually, was being distributed among fewer than 1,000 fuel distributors instead of benefiting the treasury. This situation arose from a circular issued by the government on the 10th of March 2022, which mandated an additional 3% commission for fuel distributors to cover the increased fuel prices. According to the agreement, if the diesel price exceeded 121 rupees, the corresponding 3% commission had to be paid. However, it later became evident that this system was unfairly distributing a significant amount of public funds among a small group of distributors. Consequently, efforts were being made to change this unjust 3% commission, leading to legal challenges from the distributors. Despite seeking relief from various courts, including the District Court, the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, all these courts have now rejected the distributors' requests for interim injunctions. The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has stated that the latest bold and correct decision was made to end the unfair practice of diverting public funds to a small group of businessmen. The CPC also emphasized that the 230 plus fuel stations owned by the corporation are public assets and should not be used to exploit the public. Today, people were seen queuing at several fuel stations across the country. Samanture, Gaul, Jaffna, Ratnapura, Matale, Bingiriya.
මේ පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ මේ විපක්ෂය තමයි මේ කලබල වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. මේ ඉන්න මිනිස්සුන්ට කරන් යන්න ඉඩ දෙන්න ඕන. මොකක් හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. නැත්නම් මේ රටක් මෙහෙම විනාශ වෙන්න දෙන්න බෑනේ.
What are fuel distributors saying?
මෙම 103 කොමිස් මුදලක් බෙදුම්කරුවන්ට ලැබෙනවා කියලා. රටේ තියෙනවා ගිවිසුම් ප්‍රකාර 50ක්. ඒ 50 අනුව
The 3% commission is legally agreed upon. Several cases are currently pending in court. The court has instructed both parties to discuss and find a solution. However, the government unilaterally issued a circular abolishing the 3% commission. We maintain that this circular is illegal and that the commission we receive is lawful.
ඉතින් මෙම චක්‍රය කියන්නේ අනීතිකයි කියලා. අපිට ලැබෙන කොමිස් මුදල නීත්‍යානුකූලයි.
The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation states that there is no fuel shortage in the country. The CPC chairman said that fuel distribution is taking place as usual.
ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ මේක අනීතික නෑ මේක නීතිකයි කියන්නේ. අපි තමයි අනීතිකයි කියන්නේ. ඇත්තටම ගත්තොත් මේක අනීතිකයි. මේ තියෙන්නේ 2024 8 වෙනි මාසේ 30 වෙනිදා. උසාවියේ ගණපු තීන්දුව ඒකෙදි කියනවා.
They claim this is legal, but we say it's not. The court's decision on the 30th of August 2024 stated that the 3% commission was unfairly taking public funds and distributing them among 1,400 distributors, violating Articles 12 and 27 of the Constitution. The court ordered the immediate removal of the interim injunction. If this decision is not implemented, who will be responsible? I will be. That's why we clarified that the 3% commission is impractical. The commission is based on sales revenue, which is determined by 3 factors: global market price, landing cost and exchange rate. The government also imposes taxes. Why should we give a profit margin? The commission should be relative to their operational costs, such as electricity bills, water bills, salaries and maintenance. My responsibility is to protect both parties. Therefore, we requested the Ministry Secretary to form an expert committee to create a transparent formula based on actual costs. This formula will be implemented, ensuring no issues. The process is very transparent. We invite everyone to discuss and resolve any issues. If there are a few disruptive individuals, the government will address it. We are not prepared to unfairly distribute 37 billion rupees of public funds among a few individuals. If anyone causes disruption, we will take necessary actions for the benefit of the public.
Transparent. ඒකින්ද මේ රටේ ජනතාව අපහසුතාවයට පත් කරලා ලොකු දේවල් කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. සාකච්ඡා කරන්න එන කට්ටියත් එක්ක සාකච්ඡා කරන්න වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැතුව කඩාකප්පල්කාරී කීප දෙනෙක් ඉන්නව නම් ආණ්ඩුව එක බලාගන්න. රටේ ජනතාවගේ සල්ලි බිලියන 37ක් අසාධාරණ විදියට අරගෙන කීප දෙනෙක් අතර බෙදා දෙන්න අපි සූදානම් නැහැ. ඒ හින්දා කවුරු හරි කඩාකප්පල්කාරී දෙයක් කරනවා නම් ඒ සඳහා ගන්න ඕන ක්‍රියාමාර්ග ගන්නවා රටේ ජනතාව වෙනුවෙන්.
Social media has been buzzing with reactions to the distributors' strike. Despite the strike, fuel distribution continued as usual at the Kolonava and Mathura storage terminals, which are owned by the CPC. This was the situation at the Ceylon Petroleum Storage Terminals Limited. Operations were smooth at the Mathura terminal as well.
අපිට ලැබිලා තියෙනවා CPC එකේ සල්ලි බැඳලා ඇනෝම් කරලා තියෙනවා ලෝඩ් 1696ක්. IOC එකේ 471ක්, සිනොපෙක් එකේ 391ක්, RM පාක් එකේ 366ක්. සාමාන්‍ය පරිදිම බෙදාහැරීම් කරන කොළොන්නාවට ඇවිල්ලා තුන බවුසර් 140ක් විතර සාමාන්‍ය විදියටම රටේ තෙල් බෙදාහැරීම් කටයුතු සිද්ධ වෙනවා. රටේ ජනතාව කලබල වෙන්න කිසිම හේතුවක් නැහැ.
දෛනික තෙල් ඇනවුම් බෙදාහරින්නන් හට මේ වන විටත් නිකුත් කර ඇති බැවින් කිසිදු තෙල් හිගයක් නොමැති බව ආණ්ඩු පක්ෂයේ ප්‍රධාන සංවිධායක අමාත්‍ය වෛද්‍ය නලින්ද ජයතිස්ස මහතා මෙහිදී අවධාරණය කළා.
The National Audit Office has also conducted an audit on this matter. The audit provides a comprehensive report indicating that the CPC will incur significant losses. After our government came into power, we recognized the situation and now have the opportunity to make necessary amendments. As a result, we have announced that we will be adjusting the prices. Although orders have been made, a one-sided decision was taken not to distribute to a select group, but this has not been officially announced. The panic circulating among the public is a result of misleading information released on social media. We believe that a group of individuals has intentionally spread false claims with the aims of creating conflict in the country, suggesting that there will soon be long fuel queues.
Leader of the House, Minister Bimal Ratnayake, emphasised that the government is fully committed to enforcing the court ruling concerning the percentages of profits to be allocated to the distributors.
After accounting for all the expenses of the CPC, let's take diesel as an example. If the expense is 120 rupees, the profit for the distributors can only be calculated from that 120 rupees. However, over the past few years, what has happened is that the government taxes have been added to that 120 rupees. Additionally, the amount the CPC has to pay their treasury for loans obtained has also been included in every litre of petrol. As a result, when all these factors are added, the 120 rupees increases to 200 to 300 rupees. Since 2009, the profits for the distributors has been calculated after including taxes. As you know, 3% of 120 rupees and 3% of 300 rupees are two entirely different amounts. A decision was made regarding this, but it was presented to court by the distributors. The court decision should only be implemented if it benefits the distributors. Now earlier, you all mentioned that the CEB reduced prices through the PUCSL, and you were pleased that it benefited the people of the country. So why aren't you happy with this decision as well? Are you suggesting that for the business interests and need of a small group of people, the parliament that has the mandate of the people should be forced to yield? In this matter, we are acting in accordance with the guidance of the courts. We will not allow this wrongdoing to continue. This issue has been identified not just by us, but also by previous ministers in power. We will never agree to the attempts to create a fuel crisis in the country. There is no fuel shortage. We are managing this situation and have acted according to the court's orders. Therefore, we kindly request the businessmen to refrain from creating any more unnecessary issues for the country. We cannot violate a court order, and neither can they. We will not allow such actions to take place. We ask that you all act in accordance with the court orders.
Chief Government Whip Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa emphasised that there is no fuel shortage as daily fuel orders have already been dispatched to distributors.
මේ වෙනකොට ගරු කතානායකතුමනි තෙල් ලීටර් මිලියන 19ක්
To date, 19 million litres of fuel have been ordered. In fact, the distributors have ordered more than their usual average amount. We are also prepared to accept any order this Sunday if any issues arise. However, I must emphasize that there is no fuel shortage. A sufficient amount of fuel has already been released. Additionally, Sandanayaka, who called for a strike from the Distributors Association, has taken 6,600 litres of diesel from Kolonava and 19,800 litres of petrol, which accounts for 3 loads from Trincomalee. Shanta Silva, who voiced concerns, has taken 13,200 litres of fuel, which represents 2 loads from Kolonava and 13,200 litres of 92-octane petrol from Trincomalee, equivalent to 2 loads. He has also requested 33,000 litres of 92-octane petrol, which amounts to 5 loads. There is no need to be
පෝලිං වලින් ඕනේ නැහැ පැනික් බයින් වලට යන්න අවශ්‍යතාවයක් නැහැ අවශ්‍ය ප්‍රමාණයට තෙල් නිකුත් කරනවා සාමාන්‍යයෙන් දවසකට නිකුත් කරන ප්‍රමාණයට වඩා වැඩියෙන් දැන් මේ තැන් වල නිදාස් කරනවා තෙල් නිදාස් කරනවා කියලා මම වෙලාව කියන්න කැමතියි.
At a press conference held in Colombo today, the Democratic National Alliance expressed their views on the matter.
Even from taxes, commissions are being taken here. If taxes are collected, we cannot pay commissions with tax money. We saw that the government has introduced a new formula to correct this issue. We know that many of these CPC fuel stations are owned by parliamentarians representing the opposition and their associates. They hold the power. At this moment, they are looking to discredit the government by not placing fuel orders and causing disruptions. Therefore, we tell the President and the Prime Minister that if they continue to do this, the government can revoke their licenses and adopt a different approach. No one has the right to create colonies within the country and cause inconvenience to the public as they please. This is what everyone has been doing in the past. On one hand, they manipulate customs whenever they want. Everyone is creating their own autocracy and power. These actions should not continue. This has been going on for 10 to 15 years and no one has addressed it. They never talked about the money they were receiving. The issue here is the loss of that money. That is why they are creating such disruptive plans.
මුදල් සම්බන්ධයෙන් ඒගොල්ලෝ කතා කරේ නැහැ. මේ තියෙන්නේ ඒ මුදල් අයිමීවීම සම්බන්ධයෙන් තියෙන ගැටලුව ඒකට විරුද්ධව තමයි මෙවැනි ආකාරයේ කඩාකප්පල්කාරී වැඩපිළිවෙල හදන්නේ.